Hello everyone, good morning. Good morning and welcome to this all new training here. Welcome Raut and welcome Akif. So Mr. Raut, I have not been knowing you. If you can just switch on your camera and tell me where are you from, what do you do? Let's make this session more interactive. Yes, good to see you.
Hello.
Welcome.
Hi.
Yeah.
I'm from Mumbai and
Okay.
I'm basically a digital marketer
Okay.
and soon planning for turning into the
Turning into
consultation, coaching and
consultant.
consultation.
Nice, good to see you. What all have you been doing being a digital marketer, your early background?
I have been teaching digital marketing since a decade now. It's
Okay.
been 10 or 12 years. So I was into teaching field only.
Very nice, very nice. So you do have a digital agency as of now? You are running a
Uh,
digital
as of
agency?
now, I'm working as a freelancer. I
Okay.
have three people with me,
Good,
video
good.
editor and graphic designers and all.
That's nice. So what's your purpose of coming to this training?
I was actually observing your post on the Facebook,
Mhm.
so I thought to join this and see what benefit I can get from this meeting.
Yeah, most welcome, most welcome. Well, I do this training every Saturday with a smaller topic, and all these things are related, interconnected actually. Digital business is all about that. So I take smaller topic and I try to give the best of my knowledge and experience with a smarter training. And post the training, we have a Q&A session. That Q&A session can have questions from the training as well as from any of your business which you are doing. So that's the objective,
Okay.
and this is what I've been doing. So welcome once
Okay.
again.
Thank you.
And
Thank you.
let's start. So I don't wait for more people. We definitely need to value time of each other. 11 o'clock I do. At times there are 10 people, at times there are 5 people, 2 people, 3 people. That's okay. So I go with my words and I will start the training immediately. Right. So let's make it more interactive, and because when the number is less now, we can talk to each other. So I know Akif, he's my team member as well, and there are 2, 3 more people who would be definitely joining every time they join. But let's see. We're not going to stop for anybody, and we just need to start right away from this training. Good. So it's not about the theory which you might be getting everywhere. Whatever I do as a part of my training is about my own experience and what I have done, what has been working for me. So this is what I understand and I do. So let's start. So how do you convert leads into loyal clients? That is the topic of the day. And we are going to I'm going to share what I have done and what has been working in the market as well. It's not about something which is outdated. It has to be very contextual and relevant for anybody and everybody to use whatever training I'm gonna give. Right? So you can see Mithu Roy is here. Welcome, Mithu. And we're just gonna start immediately with same things which I'm going to do. Fine. So let's understand how leads are converted and how I have converted leads into loyal clients. So I have mentioned that it happens in 2 stages. Now, what are those stages? Number one, first stage is understanding of your target audience. Unless and until you are not aware who is your target audience, whom are you going to talk? How are you going to create your content? How you're going to approach? So everything changes based on your target audience persona. Now there are people who call client avatar, customer avatar, ICP, ideal customer persona, you name anything and everything. Actually, it's about knowing your customers, right? What your customer is looking for, how you can bridge the gap which they might be having. So the first and foremost step is to understand your target audience. That is the first thing. If let's say there is somebody, I'll just give an example. Somebody who is not fitting in your target audience and you're trying to nurture them and close them, are they going to get closed? I'll say not, because they're not looking for what you are, going to provide to them, right? So your target audience and the targeting of your content, your other activities should be very much focused towards what your customer is looking for. And number two is creating a business system, right? When I say business system, I'm talking about converting leads to loyal customers. When I say business system, there has to be a system to bring in leads to your pipeline, to your funnel. And there are so many other aspects to business system. from where you'll come to this stage. And there are other complementary and supplementary things which you need to understand as a part of your coaching business or consulting business, right? So these are the two things, these are two stages in which we do convert our leads into loyal clients. Let's understand that. Little brief into it. So the first is understanding of your target audience. Now everybody knows about it. This is a very common thing which people tell you to understand the demographics of your audience, right? Demographic means, knowing the age of the customer, which city they are living in, what is their financial bracket of income, how many children do have, what do they like, dislike. And psychographic is what's there inside their mind, what is their buying behavior, what is their spending behavior, what are they consuming across the social media, physical or virtual. Then the biggest part here is to understand their pains and desires. So anything this world happens only because of two reasons. Either you have a pain or you have a desire. And pain supersedes the desire, because when we are in pain, we try to remove our pain immediately. So we need to understand what are the pains and the desires of our customers. And one very important aspect of this understanding our customers is focusing on their journey. Now, if I give you one spit size approach to everybody, it doesn't work. So you have to understand at what level of the journey your customer is, right? So if you don't see, people talk about knowing your customers in only two aspects. Either it is demographics and psychographics. I have added additional two things, which is the pains and desires and focus on the customer journey. This is very much important because out of my experience, now I'm approaching 50. I've been into my entrepreneurship journey for the last 14 years. I have done a sales of more than, if I talk about dollars, it's $9 million actually, right? That was my B2B sales where I was working for a multinational company and then I own. So I know different aspects of sales, whether it is B2B, B2C, different kinds of projects, whether it is government projects or a private project or, customized project, whatever you name it. So understanding the customer journey is very much important. Based on that, you can customize your activities. So that comes under understanding your target audience, right? This is the first part of this converting your leads into loyal customers. So this is actually understanding and knowing more about them. So let's say if you go to a doctor without knowing about your pains and ailments and your background, a doctor is not going to give you medicine. Similarly, here you are an expert. Here, when you are an expert, you should be knowing each and every detail or the maximum detail of your audience so that you can prescribe something better for them. You can connect to them. They can connect with you, and then that's how this journey continues. Making sense? Okay. Second aspect, creating a business system. Now, this is a chart which says 7 steps. In the 7 steps, you convert your leads into loyal customers. So what are the steps? Number 1 is initial contact. Second is qualifying the lead. Third is understanding their needs. Fourth is presenting the solution. Fifth is handling objections. Sixth is remembering to follow up. And seventh is closing the sale. These are the 7 steps. Again, broadly categorized. You can have 3 steps process, 5 steps process, even 10 steps processes. I have tried to conclude everything here in the 7 steps, which I'm going to cover. Right? Okay. So the first is initial contact. When I say initial contact, it is about creating your first impression. First impression matters a lot, right? Now, how you're going to create that first impression? Through organic means or social media. There are a lot of ways where you can do that. The point here is how you are going to make it happen and how you are going to create that everlasting first impression in your customer mind. So this happens through your, number 1, there are other things as well. Here I'm focused on actually converting from leads to loyal customers. So even to get leads, you have to create a different first impression, which goes through optimization of your, accounts. You might be knowing how you are going to optimize. Like, Roth is there into digital business and Akif and Mitu, everybody knows about this. So that is where the first impression, let's say you have created a content and your audience wants to know who you are. So where they go to your profile. They click on the, name and they directly reach to your profile banner actually, right? So when they go, they really see who you are, what you do, and how you can be useful to them. So that is how it starts. But here, when I'm talking about converting leads to loyal customers, it starts with personalization of your communication. You cannot have a generic message for everybody and anybody, right? You have to have a personalized communication with every individual. That makes them feel special, and that is how you are going to create your first impression, right? Let's say you are in a party and you are going to meet somebody. How do you greet and meet, right? Similarly, here something is happening. Again, on this virtual world, something is happening similar to this. So don't send generic messages to people and try to make them that you are listening to them, watching to them. Like, what Raut said, that you have been observing me for some time on the social media. Because of something, he is there, wanted to know something, he is there on the training today. So thank you so much. Somewhere you connected with my content. Am I right? Somewhere. I'm not sure you're going to my customers or not. I'm not bothered about that. But somewhere my content spoke to you and you felt that there must be something or there may be something which might help you. Am I right? That is how you create an impression, right? And it happens slowly over a period of time because you might be watching me for some time. It's not that you saw me one day and immediately you jumped in. Am I right? So that is how your impression is getting created. Second point, qualifying the lead. Now, you want to do business with somebody. I always give this example of, comparing a Maruti car with a Mercedes, where, all these cars are running on the similar roads in India or anywhere else. But the target audience is different. People who are into the bracket of buying a Maruti car, they are not the customers of Mercedes. And people who are willing to buy that luxury of a brand and a Mercedes, they're not going to come to a Maruti showroom. Am I right? So there must be certain criteria of you qualifying your leads based on their intensity of the pain, how much time they have to invest in you, and the money. Everything put together, you have to create a criteria. Again, it comes through understanding your customers. That is why I made it the first point, right? Now you need to qualify them. You need to qualify whether they are willing to work or not. Now, let's say if somebody is saying, I want to work with you like anything, but when it comes to money or time, they say, no, I don't have time to invest anywhere. Are they going to be our potential customers? No. So that is why I tell you, there has to be a qualifying criteria for you to qualify the leads so that they become your future clients. That is why it is important. And that comes with, as I said, time investment, money investment, intensity of the pain, and other things which they might be looking for. Now, point number 3, understanding their needs and nurture them. So now here again, personalization I always prefer because personalization is something where people are more attracted towards. So you need to know something about your customer in detail. Ask questions to find actually what they're looking for. It's not about what we have. Mind it, there is a bigger mistake which people do. People start talking about, I have this product and this is going to help you with this. In spite of doing this, if you can start understanding what exactly they are looking for, and then you talk in the same language. Let's say if somebody is looking for, I give you an example. Let's say I'm into high value client acquisition, right? Now, I know there is somebody who is selling a low ticket product and the productivity is lesser, the profit margins are lesser. But if I am looking for in that angle that the customer is literally, frustrated because he's not making money or he's not making profits out of the business which is doing, I can start communicating with that person. Hey, why don't you try this another model where you can have more profits in your business, right? So that's kind of a communication you need to know. But to do that, you need to know your customers, exactly what they're looking for. It's not about, I have something, I can introduce a finance system, I can create an ad or whatever things, like industrial agency, Roth is there. You must be having lots of other services. But now you need to understand what that customer exactly is going through, and then you have to produce something for him. That is what it is, right? And give them a taste of what you can help them with, right? This is number 3 point. Now, this is my favorite one. Step number 4, do some pre-sales and then present the solution. Don't just jump on the solution. Show them something. Again, since that customer is new to you, the prospect is new to you, you might not have worked with them, but you can definitely create a smaller, trainings or something which they can consume and they can get benefit. So that is what I talk about when it talks about pre-sales or giving them a taste of what you can do for them. Now, this market is very skeptical, you know that. Every nook and corner, there are coaches, every nook and corner, there are digital marketers, every nook and corner, there are digital agencies. Now, the customer is confused. Where to go? People are spending money, not getting results. So, people are very skeptical. To remove this fear, to remove this skepticism, what you have to do is you have to give them something as an early result through something of your own, which might not take much of your time, but must be valuable for them. So that is what I call pre-sales. And when you do a pre-sales, the customer is definitely willing to work with you because they have tasted something earlier before investing in you. So you have reduced the layer of the fears. You remove those brackets of obstacles, which is blocking them to take a decision and start working with you, right? So this is how it is. So when you give something as a pre-sales and then present a solution, they'll be more likely to work with you, right? So you can start talking this language. See, I've put in somewhere, I'm not going to read what I have written, but I'm just giving an example. You can use this phrase like, this can help you faster or do faster. Let somebody is making money. You can say that, let's say you are earning 1 lakh rupees a month. You can create 2 lakhs rupees a month. So what are you doing? You are doubling your revenue, 2x your revenue. Or let's say you talk about imagining not having to worry about you anymore. Mind it. Let's say you talk about, let's say there are 3 people in your team and you are everywhere concerned how I'm going to pay them every month, right? So that's a problem which maybe an agency owner might be having. Or let's say if Roth is having a team of freelancers, I don't know what model you are working, but let's say if you have some infrastructure cost, it will keep on bothering you all the time. So if I tell you that, hey Roth, if you can start working with me, you don't have to worry about the monthly expenses. I'm sure I'm going to create that for you. So this kind of a language gives, trust as well as what the customer is looking for, right? Now, number 5, handling objections. See, sales is one of those critical components to any business. Whatever good things you're doing in your life, if you are not able to do sales, you're not able to generate a revenue. Yes or no? Right? And whenever you are doing sales, this is a must. This handling objections is a must. Because objections are liable to come. Everybody comes with different mindset. Everybody has multiple things going inside their minds, and they becomes their own psychological barriers, and they come as an objection to us, right? So when we are sure that these things definitely happen, we are in a business, we need to understand that there is nothing called free flow of sales. Am I right? There would be objections. So let's be prepared for that. No? Let's be prepared. How you can be prepared for those objections? By understanding how you can defend them, how you can convince them, not actually convince them, you can actually handle them. Because these objections are not actually real objections. These are all psychological objections. And these psychological objections are just because of few reasons. Number 1 reason is fear of losing money, fear of losing time. These are the primary things which most of the people have. And based on this, they have multiple objections created in their own minds, right? So make sure what actual objection they have. And the first and foremost objection is mostly about price. Am I right? Roth is doing business, Mitu is doing business. So you people know, and whenever it comes to selling, everybody has a price objection, which is very common. But the best part is you can easily handle the objection by showing 10 times more value of what you are going to do with them. But there is a process of doing it. You cannot just close it in a sentence, right? It's not a pill like somebody said, okay, your prices are high. You said, no, my prices are not high. I'm going to give you that much. There is a process to, handle that kind of an objection, which comes with practice, I would say. Books are there, which will give you learning. But I always say sales is something, objection handling is something which comes through more and more practice. The more you do it, the better you become, right? So before you jump into any response to whatever objections the customer has, try to listen them. Try to understand what actual the problem is. Maybe the problem is not about money, and most of the time it is. But it comes to us as the money objection. Am I right? So you need to understand how these things are tackled. And once you go to the root cause of the problem, let's say if you ask about, is money is the only problem? Then they'll start opening up. No, I have to ask my partner because we have invested a lot of money somewhere, and let's say we have burned fingers with someone, he did not give us money. We are very skeptical. They do have money in their bank account, but they'll not say this upfront unless and until you ask the right questions, right? So again, you can call it probing, you can call it asking right questions at the right time or whatever name you want to give it. But ultimately, you need to identify and understand the reason of the objection. And once you understand the reason of the objection, you can then give them a real guideline and or what do you say, a real solution, right? Maybe a different payment plan, maybe a different product altogether, maybe a customized product, maybe at a higher price, depending upon what they want to get as an outcome, right? Now, sales is all about follow-ups. The data says that, more than 60% of the sales happens through follow-ups. So it is not necessarily required for your customers to take an immediate decision. Am I right? Most of the people are not ready to take immediate, decision. So you need to have a system to follow up with them, correct? And that follow-up needs to be very professional. The customer should not be thinking and feeling that you are behind their money. And it has to be genuine, actually. Because sales is something which is always a win-win situation. If you are suffering with something and I have a solution, if you come to me, I give you a solution, you are also benefited, I'm also benefited. Like we go to doctors. Doctors are not calling us, am I right? But whenever we have something, some trouble with our body, what do? We go and pay to the doctor for consultation. He takes 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and he charges us 1,000 rupees, 700 rupees, whatever fee they have. We don't negotiate with them, right? Because we are going to them, right? So consultation or coaching is similar to that. People are coming with a problem. And if you can help them with a solution, people are definitely going to pay you. But that trust has to be built, right? Now, this follow-up, as I said, the follow-up should not be like you are behind their money, minded. The follow-up should be in such a way that they think, yes, this is a part of their job, number one. And people are, this guy, this person is not behind my money. You have to create that kind of an impression in their minds, right? So to do that, you need to maybe send them some reminder calls or emails or, give them some special offer, something like that. But don't spam, as I said, don't spam, don't create nuisance in the life of the customer. Because what I see is most of the people, let's say somebody has been on the call and after being on the call, they start following up, calling up, messaging them. What happened, sir? Did you take a decision or something? Rather than doing this, there has to be a different approach towards following up. I'm not saying no to follow up, but the approach should be different. The customer should be happily accepting your calls, taking your calls, because if they feel like you are behind their money or you are just behind their lives to sell something, they'll run away from you, right? So again, that's an art which you need to follow. And the seventh is closing the sale. So closing the sale is like, somebody is ready to pay you. So how this no can be converted into yes is number one, make their resistance the least possible for them. Number one, let them feel that whatever they are going to do, this is for the betterment. So the outcome should be talked about more, right? Remove as many barriers as possible, because when you are going to simplify the process for them, they'll have an easy approach towards taking a decision. Don't complicate things. Don't give them, jargons, this marketing jargons. Stay there with them till the time they understand and ask questions, right? When you do this, the person will automatically get close to listening, right? So these are the 7 steps which I have covered inside how you're going to convert your lead into a paying customer, right? Now, I have few more things which I wanted to share as a part of this training only. Now, since I have told you, leads to loyal customers. So leads to loyal customers, there is again a process, and that process is called nurturing, right? We call it nurturing in our sales language. So what are the 6 effective rules of lead nurturing that we are going to see, which is number 1, timely communication, personalization beyond names, educational content, multi-channel engagement, implement analytics, as well as building relationship. So I'm going to run through this again with simple words. The power of timely communication. I'm not going to read, I'll tell you. What do you mean by power of timely communication? Let's say somebody has sent a friend request. You need to immediately or as early as possible accept that. That will show that you are really serious for your business. Somebody is sending you a message. You need to reply them as soon as possible. Somebody has commented on your post. You need to reply them. Even algorithm supports that as well, right? So what does it shows? It shows that you are really serious about your business. You are focused and you are working. It cannot be like somebody has sent a message and I'm replying after 3 days or 4 days. What were you doing for the 3-4 days? Now that impression goes to the customer that this guy is casually doing something. It's not so serious, right? So that's the power of timely communication. Next, personalization. Now people are sending messages, DMs, people are sending everything, but it should not be just names. You need to understand, go to their profile or whatever they are doing, research a little bit about them, go much deeper in what's going in their mind. Let's say somebody is traveling. Maybe there is a solo traveler, maybe a business trip or something. Start asking about what is it all about. Show interest in what they're doing. Mind it, this is a very critical thing which I'm sharing with you. If you want to get attention of somebody, you have to give attention to something, right? It cannot be one way. If you want to be heard and listened, you need to hear and listen them first. Am I right? So it should be beyond names. Names is what? Just a formality. But if you go deeper into what they are doing, research, do something which makes sense for them, talk something which makes sense for them, then it becomes beyond names. Now the person sees that, okay, this person is really interested in me. They have gone through my profile. They have seen what I've been doing. And based on that, you can start communication. That becomes better. What is educational content? Now, you might be saying everybody is creating content and the call to action is what? Book a call with me or buy my product. That should not be the regular case. You have to have educational content more than the sales pitches. Yes, sales are required. But before sales, you have to create that kind of an educational content that the customer, the prospect sees you as an expert in that particular domain, right? Do whatever you want, share a guide, do a webinar, send a PDF, do a video, do a live session, whatever you want to do, but share some educational content so that the client understand, the prospect understand that you have the authority and you have the expertise. If they don't perceive in their mind that you are an expert in this field, they are not going to pay you. As simple as that, right? Now, the fourth is multi-channel engagement. Multi-channel engagement means not only social media platforms, see what all social media platforms your customers are there, right? Number one. Secondly, use multiple channels like emails, SMSs. I know there are multiple tools which can give a reminder sort of a thing to your audience, right? They see ultimate objective is what? We want to be in the top of their minds. The more we do, the better we be in their minds. As simple. So that is why multi-channel engagement is required. Then use the analytics, which most of the people don't do, right? Like we do, everything, use the analytics to see what kind of people are engaging with me. Track the engagement metrics, right? See, maybe a particular age group of audience might be engaging with you most of, right? See the open ratio for email campaign. Who are the people who are opening? What is the open ratio? The people who are opening the emails, what kind of a people they are? What kind of a profession they are doing? This kind of an analytics, if you can, analyze, you can have a better content, you can have a better penetration inside the social media and reach to your audience, right? And number 6, which is not to be told, it's business and it's long term, right? So building relationship. Nurturing is not going to happen in a day, not going to happen in a week. It's not a sprint, it's a marathon. You have to spend time building that relationship, right? So to do this, you have to keep your efforts consistent. Keep a line of communication always open to the customer, right? And then based on whatever they are looking for, do something for them. Make it more and more personalized so that it's always a win-win for them. If you can create that kind of a scenario, it's always a win for you as well, right? That's it in this training. I hope I have added value. Now it's all up to you. If you have any questions, please do let me know. I am right in time. It's 30 minutes hardly. Yeah, welcome you. Good to see you, Rod. Yeah, any questions related to whatever we have discussed?
No, Sardar, just last point, actually, I just wanted to note down that the
Yeah.
fifth and sixth. So if you can just once again repeat.
Yeah, sure. The fifth one is,
Hmm.
last one is building relationship.
Yeah, last one, fifth one. Yeah.
Fifth one is this analytics.
Okay.
Analytics you need to, take care of. Right.
Okay. Okay. Got it. Got it.
So
Sir.
normally people don't see the analytics, and if you see the analytics, you'll be able to know better actually. That's the point.
Yes.
Right.
Very, very minutely, actually, you have briefed everything, sir. Today's this session was really very interesting and very good. So many things learned, because know your customer, that also little idea was there, but not in so depth, because as of now, we are just know your customer means just know their personal behavior, or maybe, how, what actually their demographics, from where they are, the basic information. But today we came to know there are so many things. The better like route we'll come to know, then we can, give them the better solution. And there only it is our sales lies. If we can really give them the better solution, that kind of solution they're looking for, and based on their actually need and actual pain, so then only we are attracting that customer for our sales. And the effective that you said, this timely communication, and because these are we are not doing, actually these are we have to do. Once somebody is DM, somebody is liking or passing comments, or somebody is sending about that request, we are taking our own sweet time. It's okay, fine. Even at least I used to do so many, like as of now, like that. Somebody is sending me request, it's okay, fine. After 2 days or 3 days, I will reply. But now I know the importance, why we should, if we have to get the credibility in the market, if that people should know, that, we are serious. So we should follow all these things. And it's very, very minutely and very deeply you have said. So thank you so much, sir.
I'll just give you an example. Let's say you have a problem. आपको बुखार हुआ है, you are suffering from fever or something. You go to a doctor, you see the clinic is closed. What will you do? You go to another doctor.
You're right.
Similarly, somebody has sent a friend request. Maybe they are in immediate need. We never know actually. So if you can immediately talk to them saying, hey, you send me a friend request. Is there something which can immediately help you with? They might say yes or no. That's okay. But that window we need to open. Otherwise, might be there is a possibility that we are losing on somebody. That person is going to somebody else. Yes. Good. That is why timing is more important.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Anybody else? Roth, you have a question? Anything you'd like to
Just
contribute?
about the analytics only. It's like I know about the Instagram, right? We can get usually analytics from there. What about the rest platforms? Because they don't provide at such analytics. Am I right?
No, they provide. Even Facebook provides you, LinkedIn provides you. See, what kind of
Okay.
there are options to check your analytics. Every platform is, Twitter is giving you analytics. Every platform is giving you analytics. Right.
Okay. I don't know about the Facebook. I will search it on.
Yeah, you'll get it. You'll get it. Because see, all the social media platforms they know how you're using it. They know we are using it for the sake of business. So definitely there is an option to check the analytics of each and everything which you're doing. Right.
So,
You'll get it.
are you talking about the paid? In the paid section, I know that if we are running the ads, then we can go for the analytics. But organically, just like Instagram, do we
Yeah,
can
we have.
analyze the analytics?
Yes. Organically
Okay.
also we can analyze. Not
Okay.
in
I
that
will
depth,
search it on.
not in that depth. Again, these people are also earning money from, whatever we are doing. So they'll not give you in depth of that kind of analytics, which they give you in the paid ads, but definitely you can have something to refer to. Right. Organically also you can do.
If you have any idea about how to check analytics on the Facebook, can you show it over here? Is it possible?
You can go on your account and see. Let me show you. Wait, hold on. So if you go there, in this for 5 seconds. Let me see that. Here page like let me see comments. What is this? So these are the comments which have been done. Let me see how I can.
Hello.
Yes, Ronald. You want to contribute
Yes,
something,
sir.
Ronald? Yeah,
Yeah. It's actually you can see the analytics of a page on Facebook, but personal account, I think you cannot see analytics. Like for example, if you tap right click on your profile, the top right corner,
Okay.
and there go to Meta Business View.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there you can see insights.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So inside the insights again, you can see multiple things, right? Languages, overview. So can you see, Rod? You can have something at least. I'm not saying that everything would be covered here, but you can see data here. The reach, customer content interactions, followers, link clicks, things are here.
Okay.
Right? So when I don't use it very frequently, but I have been now using all this from some time. Actually, my team is doing it, so I'm not into all this. So I took some time. But there are people who can do better. And since you are into freelancing, you are working with people, you can do this on your own. But there are definitely these things are available on different platforms. Thank you so much, Ronak. Okay. Any further questions you have? Okay, so Raut, I'd like to know your feedback of this particular session which we had. How did you find this training? Was it useful? 30 minutes training.
Yes. Yes, it was actually insightful. And getting it, as Roy ma'am said, that it is actually kind of a deep uh, analytics I can get to understand my client's journey. So that is really a great training.
Thank you
Thank you
so
for
much.
that.
Welcome, welcome. Okay, anybody else wants to share? Meetu has already shared. मैंने उनको pin नहीं किया था. Again, I would like you to say something, not more. एक दो लाइन ही बोल दीजिए, so that would be good.
Yes, sir. No, that I have already made a note actually. All this note, whatever you have taught me, like understanding customer, because every point is very valid point. Because if we think that, because whatever, like say, how many steps you have said 7 steps. If we think
steps.
one step also will remove and
Mhm.
we'll work on 6 steps, that is not be that will not give that kind of the result what actually we are looking for. Because each step you said that from the beginning, that understanding customer, then create the business system, because system is also very much required. If you only understand customer, if you don't have your own system to onboard them and give them that outcome what they're looking for, if you don't have the roadmap how you are taking them on that journey to, if you go to do this journey and then only you will see that outcome. If you don't have the system, again you are not into that actually that where you can get the business. So this every point, and then contact, you said that the initial contact, once we'll get the, once somebody's send the request and they try to contact us, that how we can react to their, how we will promptly answer them, and we'll just brief them about our product and all these things and the questionnaire. And one more thing you said that we are always, generally it has been seen that people are more inclined to show their product what they are having, but instead of knowing the customer pain, what actually customer is going through, what exactly, because one solution is not fit for what you said, that one solution is not fit for 5%. So if we need to know exactly each person, what is the pain point, what exact requirement they are having. So based on that, the more we can understand their exact requirement, so we can give them that proper solution. And so that also, that's what, so everything, the 7 steps, what you said, it's really, really meaningful and all are very essential. So just thank you so much, sir. Because every week you will come with new topic, which actually it will not come into our head. That ideas will not come. So it's very meaningful, and thank you so much.
So my purpose is to make things simpler, and that is why I break it even the smaller components into multiple smaller steps actually. So theory, you will find it everywhere. Now I'm trying to give you some actionable steps. Like now, from tomorrow onwards or from now onwards, you'll be having this thing in your mind that I don't have to delay in responding to the friend request. I don't have to delay in replying to the comments. So I want to make that impact that you learn something, implement something on your own so that you start moving faster. Right. So thank you so much. Welcome. Ronak, you want to say something? You're muted, Ronak.
Actually,
Yeah.
actually, I joined a little later, so I
Okay. No
couldn't.
issues. No issues. So it's all, the topic was about, converting leads to loyal customer, the journey of converting a lead. Because as I said, bringing lead again is a not easy task, it's a process. And, we all know that after the process is over, when somebody has already come to your funnel or, they have known you, what you need to do to take them from that place to, let's say, give you money by understanding you could be helpful to them. So that's the entire journey, and these are the steps which we covered. No issues. We can watch. Yeah.
Yes, sir. And one more thing, like that, what you said, no, to give them the test, give your customer the test. Generally,
Yeah,
when
yes.
we'll go some restaurant or we wanted to give a bulk order, we always say, okay, fine, bhaiya thoda test karwana. Yeah, if once we are making something, for our guest, so we'll taste it, to see whether how good or not. If anything is required, then we should put extra effort on that. So similar way, if we give them this pre-sales kind of this thing, and we get the feedback from the customer, how did they like it, and if their feedback, and based on that feedback, maybe we can improve our more onto our that product, and then give them the better solution. So this is also awesome, sir.
Thank you so much. So that's the beauty of the smaller trainings. Even I don't have much, but this smaller trainings actually opens mind. Otherwise, let's say if I cover a lot of things all together, दिमाग में फिर रहता नहीं है ना actually. थोड़ा सा रहता है, थोड़ा सा निकल जाता है. तो थोड़ी थोड़ी चीजें करके होता है. So it is there. We observe or we take more output from those trainings. Smaller things. Okay, nice. So anything else apart from the training which you have in your mind as a business? We still have 15 minutes time. I can take any of your questions.
So this follow-up things, like you said, no, call, DM, email. So that actually I wanted to know little in detail, because everybody, their DMs are not aligned to the product, because sometimes they want some friendly request will be there. And sometimes suppose if we'll do, and they will ask what in like yesterday also, when one of the, I think I have just made the request, and one of the coach said, in what connection you would like, you have connected me. So because we are connecting with it, because it's not like that she's a coach, that doesn't mean that she cannot be my client. She can be my client.
Yeah.
So she's having different niche, I am having different niche. So in that case, again, what should be our approach to connect with them?
So there are two things you asked me. One is the approach towards connection and one towards follow-up, right? These two things are different. No, to connect, as I always say, you need to give them a reason. Now you want to connect with them. Do they have a reason to connect with you? Have you given that person enough reason to connect with you? Why? Let's say you are sending me a request. You want to connect with me. Good. Do I have a reason to connect with you? Or have you created a reason for me to connect with you? If that is not there, why I'll be accepting a request? Randomly, there are people who
bridge the gap, sir. How can bridge the gap, and what we should do in that case?
Yes, that is what I was coming to. I told you inside one of those things when I talked about personalization. Show interest in what they are doing. Let's say you go and research what they have said inside their last post, or they have done a travel, they have done something, they have done an event, or they must be celebrating, birth of a new baby in their family, whatever it could be. You get into those things, start communicating from there, saying, hey, I saw, there is a newborn in your family. I'm a mother and I see how good it feels when, a new member comes in our family, whether it is a marriage, you are bringing a new bride in your house, right? So talk about that. Don't talk about business on the very first instance. Try to build relationship, and that is the core. When you start showing interest in what they are doing, now you are giving them a reason to talk to you. Then they'll say, oh, thank you so much. Yes, I really loved, I had a granddaughter, or let's say, my daughter got married and we are really happy, and so on and so forth. Right? I'll give you a real life example. Yesterday, I was chatting with a lady. She is also a coach, and we were talking for long about travel. She used to travel a lot, and I also started talking that I'm also a traveler. She sent me a question, where is your next trip? And fortunately, I have my next trip planned from 15th to 18th, let's say. So I said, I'm going to so-and-so place from 15th to 18th. So she asked me, yeah, I've been there in, long years back, and there I saw things were not as simple because in the hills at times. And we talked about almost half an hour. She shared me some pictures. She suggested me something like you should be doing this and not. We didn't talk about business at all. But now we are good friends. Now I can say I showed the images which she shared with my family as well. See, that lady has gone to that place. It's a new place for us. Now she has shared all these things. So what I'm doing, we are building relationship. Now, if I send her a request, will she accept or not? Right? So I have given her enough reason to connect with me. So engage with what they are doing, do meaningful comments, like or share whatever they are doing, show interest in what they are doing actually. And that is what everybody loves. See, if you are even cleaning your house and you appreciate, yaar, aapne ghar kitna acha saaf kiya, would you like it or not? So appreciation, mandate. Appreciate what people are doing. That gives them the best reason to connect with you. Your first answer, right? And the second answer, follow up. Now, let's say follow-up is normally meant to be like, you have been knowing some prospect, right, for some time. Now you have given them your offer. You have shown the prices and everything. Now you need to close them, right? That is what follow-up means in sales. Am I right? Roth is there also. You also do that same thing. So that is what we mean by follow-up. So in that case, what happens is, if you just start talking about taking a decision, sir, ma'am, kab decision le rahe ho? When are you paying me? So this kind of a questions make them run away from you. उनको लगता है आप उनके पैसे के पीछे हो. You want to snatch money from them. Am I right? They like, you also know that you're not going to just snatch the money, you're going to do work with them, for them. But a feeling naturally comes up when you say that, sir, कब पैसे दे रहे हो? Sir, कब enroll कर रहे हो? Sir, कब hire कर रहे हो? ऐसा होता है ना? तो सामने वाले बंदे के दिमाग में क्या होता है? यार, मेरा पैसा ले रहा है. मेरा पैसा चाहिए उसको, मेरा पैसा चाहिए उसको, मेरा पैसा चाहिए उसको. सो ही विल स्टार्ट ऑब्जेक्टिंग, क्रिएटिंग. अच्छा यार, कल सोच के बताएंगे. अच्छा, 2 दिन को और टाइम चाहिए. होता है ऐसा. दिस इज अ प्रैक्टिकल थिंग. सो इन स्पाइट ऑफ यू डूइंग दिस काइंड ऑफ अ डायरेक्ट फॉलो अप, आपको कुछ नहीं करना है. डू इनडायरेक्ट फॉलो अप. व्हाट इज दैट? अगेन सेम थिंग. Without saying that you are following up, maybe if they are creating a content, if they are on social media, you do meaningful comments, appreciate again whatever they are doing. Give them some time and then say, hey, how's your life going? I saw your post. It was nice. And you can relate to it. That is a kind of a follow-up. Now, since you have already done a call with them, they know who you are. You're not asking them to take an immediate decision. We're just asking, कैसे हो भाई? क्या चल रहा है लाइफ में? मैंने आपका पोस्ट देखा, अच्छा लगा, तब ठीक, छोड़ दो आप. दिस इज द काइंड ऑफ अ फॉलो अप. अब उसको लगेगा कि यार, दिस पर्सन इज नॉट आस्किंग फॉर मनी, and you have already shown your offer and your product and service, whatever it is, which is going to help them. They have in their mind, they have certain objections. वो आपको objection धीरे धीरे खत्म करना. So follow up is again for what? Follow up is not again to take money. Follow up is again to reduce the barriers which is there in their minds slowly. ऐसा नहीं हुआ कि आपने 24 घंटे में बाद में उसको जाके फोन किया, सर आपने बोला था 24 घंटे में मैं आपको ये पेमेंट कर दूंगा, नहीं हुआ, वो शायद फोन ही नहीं उठाया आपका, होता है,
Yes,
फोन ही नहीं
yes,
उठाएगा,
होता
बिकॉज
है.
उनको पता है कि फोन उठाएगा तो उसको पैसा देना पड़ेगा, which people resist. So rather than doing it, do indirect follow-ups. और 2 दिन के बाद आप पूछ सकते हो कि let's say if you are running an agency, you can say that sir or ma'am, I run an agency and we have limited openings or window. हम 10 client के साथ काम कर सकते हैं. I was waiting for your decision, or else I'll have to look for somebody else. तो थोड़ी सी scarcity, थोड़ी सी urgency create हो जाती है कि यार इस महीने फिर ये मेरे को नहीं लेगा, यदि मेरे को जरूरत है तो मेरे को या तो फिर किसी दूसरे के साथ again he'll have to initiate all these discussions, he has to share all his pains with a new person which nobody would like. हम एक डॉक्टर के पास जाते हैं, उसी से कंटिन्यू करते हैं ना, यदि वो फायदा दे रहा है तो हम दूसरे डॉक्टर के पास तब जाएंगे जब या तो इससे बिल्कुल फायदा ना हो, राइट? तो यहाँ भी वही होता है कि we don't want, every human being is lazy by nature, minded, हम लोग सब lazy हैं, so we don't want to repeat the same thing with multiple people, right? तो उस केस में क्या होगा, हम उसको बस एक थोड़ा सा विंडो देते हैं, सॉफ्ट फॉलोअप करेंगे, रेगुलर फॉलोअप करेंगे टिल द टाइम दे से कि अच्छा यार नहीं करना. देयर वुड बी पीपल विल से नहीं आप क्यों फॉलोअप कर रहे हो, मुझे करना होगा तो मैं बता दूंगा, ऐसे भी बहुत सारे लोग होते हैं. देयर वुड बी पीपल विल से कि नहीं मेरे को थोड़ा सा टाइम चाहिए, गिव मी अ वीक्स टाइम और समथिंग. So fine, do that. But it has to be gentle, it has to be professional. They should not be feeling bad when you talk to them or when you call them. Mind it, that is a sign of or a symbol of sales. If a person is responding to you, that means he is in sync. वो भाग नहीं रहा आपसे. यदि रेस्पॉन्ड नहीं कर रहा ना, चाहे डीएम पे, चाहे कॉल पे, चाहे मैसेज पे, मतलब वो आपसे भागने की कोशिश कर रहा है. तो आपको भगाना नहीं, आपको उसको बुलाना है. So do something which allows them to reduce the fear in their minds. Maybe in between you can share some testimonials. सर ठीक है, आप अपना टाइम लीजिए, मैं एक भेज रही हूँ वीडियो, आप ही के जैसे कोई थे जिन्होंने मेरे साथ काम किया, उनको ऐसा रिजल्ट मिला. You can share a case study in between. What will it do? You're not asking for anything. You're just reducing the fear in his mind, which is there, by showcasing something which is definitely what he is looking for. तो क्या किया आपने, फॉलोअप किया ना, फॉलोअप भी किया लेकिन दूसरे तरीके से किया, जहां पर उसको लगा ही नहीं कि आपने फॉलोअप किया. Did you get the answer? पहला वाले का भी और दूसरे वाले का भी, right?
Very nicely, sir, you have explained.
Good. Anything else I can help you with? Roth, Rona, Kakif, Nitu has already asked her questions. So your full name is Roth or something? This is the title or something?
It is Ashish Raut. Raut is my surname.
Raut. Okay, Ashish Raut. वही मेरे को लग रहा था कि ये नेम नहीं है, सरनेम ही लग रहा है मुझे. Good, Ashish. Good to be here with you. Any questions from your side? Dan?
No, not for me.
All done. Good. Akif, you have any questions?
No,
Well
sir.
done.
You have explained really briefly. Yes, I don't have any questions. It was amazing.
Thank you so much. So thank you
Yes.
so much for your time, guys. It's almost 11:55. So I value time and I appreciate your time as well. So keep growing, keep doing things, and I'm always there. Okay. One more thing before going away from this training. I have created a new product by the name Capsule, which I'm slowly promoting. You might be knowing if I'm not. And I'll be doing a master class end of this month. Next Saturday, I'll not be here. So I'll be traveling. So next Saturday, normally every Saturday I do a training. Coming Saturday, since it's a weekend kind of a thing, and I have already something planned for with my family. So next Saturday, I'll not be doing a training, but post that Sunday, so which will be the last Saturday of this month, I'll be doing a master class. And in that master class, I'll be showcasing the new product to all of you. So I look forward to you all joining again, and looking forward to create more and more successful coaches, right? And obviously consultants and agency owners, freelancers, because everybody is looking for business, right? And my forte is to make things simpler for you. I always say business simplified, success amplified. So I don't want to complicate things. Let it be simpler, as simple as possible, like a 4-year-old child or a I always say 4th grade student can understand what you're talking, what you're doing, right? So thank you so much. It was really nice meeting all of you, and look forward to meet you again soon. Take care.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Bye.